everybody. Hello, hello. Your girl was saying she wasn't coming back on here, but I guess I don't draw my son artwork, and I said, let me just come hang out because some days I won't be able to. So when I get the chance, I do. When I do get the chance, I do, I do. So apple night. So we're gonna do an apple, and we're gonna chit chat. You know, uh, keep my company, keep my company. We gonna chit chat. Oh, your song say, and them a chit chat, and them a chit chat, and them a chit chat, and them a chit chat. But this song right, I think they say, and them a chit chat, and them a chit chat. So we can chit chat tonight and say, well, Gwan, what's up? How is everybody day? How was everybody day? My day was good overall, being productive today. Well, I'm always a productive person, but I was being productive today in the house and able to get outside so we could get some fresh air. Because we were in the house for a while, basking in nothing. So that was good to know we were able to get out there and get the car washed and all of that, all of that, all of that. They say yada yada, all of that. So that was good. That is good when you can bask in. So hope everybody's doing fantastic. Everybody's doing amazing. And we came back home. I did my little son homework. We had to do a family tree. So I did it. Little bit sad doing it, but I did it. If you know, you know what I mean. If you know, you know what I mean. But anyway, we did that, get that out the way. And by the way, let me just let you guys know who I am real quick. I know a lot of people know me because they probably seem tired of seeing my face today. But when my body say, you go tired for seeing my face, but you can't get me out of the race. So I say, go. We learn from the best. We learn from the best, you know what I mean? You got tired for see your face, but you can't get me out of the race. Hey, a life, people, a song. A song. Whatever you build your life around, a music. A music, people. Life not that serious. Blair what say what's good, Apple? Oh, Blaine, what say what's good, Apple? Wanna bite? Ooh, I haven't even eat an apple like this. Huh? Mm, take a bite. Take a bite. How is everybody doing? Grace and Cool say hi. Hi. How are you? Resilient is here eating an apple. He said, where do you live? In an apartment? You should cut it first. Yeah, I should have, but man, I was just trying to do. You remember Cinderella when Cinderella had to eat that apple? When the witch was telling Cinderella to eat the apple, you remember? And she had to try to bite the apple. So I guess I'm Cinderella. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yeah, the apple. I just fell for an apple because I look in my kitchen, but because everything is so all over to one side, jumble up because I'm waiting for them to come and finish up what they had started in the kitchen. So I don't know when they're coming. Hopefully it's this week. So I can put back anything and I can get really to what I really want. I had a snacks container. And I'm like, man, I'm tired of stretching over. And then I don't want anything falling. And then I had too much work to take off. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me just grab the apple because it was right at the fingertips. So I just grab the apple, wash it, and now he's eating. The reason why I cut the apple because you can have more slices. Oh, yes, but you know how life go. My teeth can cut slices too. You have the baddest cutlass around here is your teeth. That's the baddest cutlass. Mm-hmm. And then even when I bite it with my teeth, then after a while, He say, you wanna hear a joke? Give me the joke if it good. Let me hear the joke. And then after a while, like they say, you chew your food 32 times, man. And the time you chew your food 32 times is when you go to the bougie store. Somebody invite you out and you try to be bougie. You see, only time somebody chew their food 32 times. Me, I'm going faster than ever. What's the joke? Wriggle me this song gets me Hasparas nut. Hasparas nut. That's what they used to say. I don't even know. I have tongue twister. Have you heard about the paper joke? It is terrible. What is the paper joke? I'm kind of lost right now. But I'm not lost in the apple, but I'm lost with the joke. One of these days, I'm going to do one of the live where I do the link. I invite people to come in, where you can see your face and you can come in, and that way people can get to tell a joke. Maybe one of these days. I tried to do it a few times, but I didn't understand how to get it out there where you have split screen and you have people can come on. So maybe one of these days where people can get to interact. If you want to come in, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. But if you want to show your face, you can hit the link and come right in. You say I usually swipe forward. Or the warrior say I usually swipe forward. Tommy says strangest only fun advertisement ever. Really? Wow. This is not the only fan. I don't know what you're talking about. See that back moment say how many bites does it take to get to in Tootsie Roll on one or two? I only take 2 bites. How much bite you take? Probably 1. I don't know. Probably I said 2. The Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll is a little candy. Well, they have the long ones too. So which one you talking about? Yes, he said the joke is terrible. You can tear the paper. Well, you can tear the paper. You can tear the apple up. So, mm. So, how are you doing tonight in the chat? Apple night. You see, apple cutty cutty. Apple cutty cutty. Yay! Oh, see that back to you. That's the commercial they used to say, and they couldn't get through without biting the Tootsie Roll pop. Oh, Tootsie Roll pop. Oh wow. Mm. Jokes are out here. I'm gonna have to get up to par with them if I'm gonna talk about jokes. I'm gonna have to definitely get up to current jokes. Tootsie, 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 apple, apple, yeah, Ray. Grace just make a tune out of it. Grace said Tootsie, Tootsie, apple, 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 Ray. And the Ray say, yeah. And Halloween, it just scare me. Yeah. So how was everybody there? Everybody had a good day. Everybody had a good day. I had a good day. Grace said, haha, you tried to scare me like it's Halloween. I know Halloween yet. Well, Halloween almost. No, the end of the month is gonna be Halloween. I know Halloween yet. You say good day, good night. Good night. It's apple night. Good night. You say I had a good day. Good. See not that moment. Good, good. That's good when we have a good day. Yeah, man, I had a good one too. And outside the weather was nice. If you live in a snow area, you gotta say noise. But sooner or later, it won't be that nice. You know what I mean? You will say hello, get your jacket. But the weather was really nice today. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was sunny. It was sweaty a little bit, but it was good. They were having something at Bella Island. I should have gone. But then I didn't feel like driving anywhere too far anyway. Oh, you're singing now. You say, apple. Grace, and you're singing. Are you singing out the apple? I was supposed to go to Bella Isle today with the kids, but then I get outside and I just. No jokes, no jokes, no real jokes. Guess me this regular aspirant now. Nobody remember the jokes? Yep, 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 yep. Chicken. And you know that chicken them used to say yep, 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 yep. If I say a bunch of chicken in a Cuba and you all listen, if you listen good here, they say yep, 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 yep. Pew, 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 pew. That's the chicken. Curd is nice. Say pretend it's tomato. Ooh. This is a poo. I'm gonna stretch your word out. Still not back saying, where are my little pineapples and banana babies? Yeah, they in the divan. They're in their divan, hanging out in their divan. Jamal Williams say, hello, Queen. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jamal. How you doing? Hello, everybody. Jamal say, hello, everybody. Bless upon yourself. But they're in their divan. They're in their divan, and everybody eating the same thing, apple. Jamal said, I am resting good, good. Bless up yourself, Jamal. Yeah, I love food, Jamal. So I'm in that same boat too. I love food. I love food. Anybody who don't love food, man, I love my food. I'm sorry. I love my food. After having kids, man, I love my food. Good food, not just any food, but good food. Good tasting, delicious food. Taste to the taste bud. You know what I mean? Once it tastes to the taste bud, yeah. Good food. Good food, good smoothie. I'm gonna probably have to run to Family Dollar to get me a blender because the other one tell me goodbye. So I can't do no more smoothie. But good that everybody look at him doing good though. Bless upon yourself, man. Manners of our respect. We say all of the likers this year, the commenters, the well wishers, the VIPs, the moderators, the top fans, everybody commenter. We say bless up, man. Bless upon yourself. We're still on this planet. We're still floating, still alive, we're still well. So we still jiggly, so that's good. Breath still blowing, you know what I mean? Everything. Apple eating. And this apple is actually sweet, so that's a good part. I don't like no fresh apple. If it's fresh, I'm not eating it. If I'm eating one of these apple and it is fresh, I am not eating it. No way. I park that apple like I parking. Yeah, I park that apple like how my car park me all the time. I park. But now some watermelon, I froze them and I be smacking on the frozen watermelon. Ever try dice frozen watermelon? Those are pretty good. If it's sweet, if it's not sweet, mm-mm. But frozen watermelon, I be dice it up. I be snacking on it, but it's so cold though. It is very cold. So greetings to everybody, man. Greetings. This is Resilient Queen. Oh, you know, some me here one do me tell on already. I say, anytime me here one do me Facebook shamba shamba. So me need to pull out the hairstyle that or they call it now outdated, expire. So me have to go pull it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Hey, Cynthia Blackwell. Say, hey, Queen. Hey. How you doing, Cynthia? Bless up yourself, my moderator. Willow. Say, how are you? I'm doing good, much better. Eating here an apple. I almost call it Oti Iti apple, but I think the apple that I'm talking about, I think it's a Jamaican apple. What is this apple called? I know it's an apple, but what is the name of this apple? What do they call this apple in America? Come on, Americans, you're supposed to know this. What is this apple? Is this just an apple, or what is the name of this apple? Because our apple, I think we call it Otto Eaty apple. Or I don't know. I don't. What is this apple called? Because I know you guys are named for these apples. Cynthia say, I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed every day of my life, I am blessed. It is also when I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to rest. I am blessed, I am blessed. Yeah, man, so we bless upon yourself, bless upon yourself. You say, hello, everybody. How are you tonight? I'm here eating an apple, and what are you guys eating? Raise your hand if you're eating apple. Put your hand down if you're not eating apple. Hey, then you jiggle water. Oh, you say eat the apple in the name of Jesus. Yeah, why we eating the apple? You say one apple away, keep the doctor away. Stay away from me, doctor. Stay away from me, doctor. That's what they say. Apple away, apple a day keep the doctor away. So begin tonight. Let me see how long this gonna maintain. Just for tonight. If it's a smoothie, then it will be in the smoothie. You say, Irie, Miguel say, Irie, how you doing, Irie, man, Irie? We just lay upon the ends and relax. We lay upon the ends and relax. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. We're relaxed with the apple, plus we have a win, and then we built big shout out to the Lions, you know what I mean? Mm. 152 so blessed I used to own a house in Westmoreland, Paris. Oh, that's nice. Bless up yourself. How you doing? I'm not from Westmoreland though, but I have family there though. I used to travel Westmoreland a lot too. I have a brother live down. I have a brother live in Westmoreland. But I'm not from there. Oh, you see you doing well, you love apples. What apple you love? This kind of apple or the Otiiti apple, the Jamaican apple? Which one you like? This one or the Jamaican apple? Jamal just wake up. See Jamal say he was resting. They say, hello, Sinat back, mom, man. Hello. These apples are sweet. The only difference with them, you gotta peel them if you wanna enjoy them more. Cause sometimes the roughage of the skin can barely swallow. I eat 3 apples a day with black coffee. Really? That's nice. Oh, you lose 35 pounds that way? Wow. Yeah, I heard black coffee make you lose weight. But they say you gotta put turmeric in there. Somebody say yuck. But I need to start drinking some of the black coffee with turmeric. Jamal say I'm glad to be here on Queen Channel. Bless up yourself as always, Jamal. William, big shout out to you. Bless up yourself. So I might have to do that. But what I start to do, but now I start to wear my waist trainer. So because I need to get back my waist. I probably need to start wear a neck trainer too. I probably need to start get a neck trainer to train my neck. So I got 2 waist trainer. Is it 2? I got 3 of them, but one can't fit me no more. So I might need to probably put that one by my neck. I need a neck trainer. Cynthia say, hello, Jamal. I'm glad to be here too. Yes, so thank you guys so very much. Bless upon yourself, buddy. All the VIP they were relaxing, the best upon themselves. Van said, "You are so beautiful. Oh, if you see me raggedy right now, me here need to do." But that's all right, we ain't worried about that. People not looking at you for what's up, what need to be done. Don't show up. Show up and be quiet. Hey. Man say, "Are you single?" Yeah, I got me and my two boys them. I got me and my two boys. Jama say, "Hello, sister Blackwell. Bless up yourself. I feel the love every time. Bless up yourself, Jamal William. Bless up yourself, man." He say, "I am in the US." Yeah, we all in the US. He said, "I am in the US. I'm in the US as well, Vaughn. Where are you from?" Man, I'm from Jamaica. I'm a yardie. I'm a yardie. Big up all of the yardie them. Big up all of the same. Salute. I tell you. Even if you never born down there, but you know some appearance or somebody come from down there, you know how to vine down there. Bless upon yourself. Bless upon yourself, same way. You still a look at yardie now. No? Yardish. I'll probably call you the yardish. Oh, Cynthia Black was in the dump somewhere. I am from. Cynthia said it down so where I'm from. But I say, "Wow, I am into real estate." Oh, you're into real estate. I'm looking to buy a house. You better go sell me a house in America. Come sell me a big mansion. I want a mansion where everybody can come and we have a good time. Cook and eat, and then everybody have to say exit after you don't eat. Everybody have to go. Hey, no, let me take a quick nap before we leave. No, exit after eating. Everybody don't cook, eat, and then everybody have to go. Okay, you say, Grace, say, "Are you done with your giant?" No, I'm still here with it. I eat like a rabbit, you know. They used to call me eat like a rabbit. Back in the days, they used to say, "I can still give you nothing because you take too long to eat." Jamal say, "I'm listening and enjoying. Bless up yourself, Jamal." I'm telling you, it take me long. Me over here, it may take me long. Van say, "And I am going to Jamaica in December for my birthday to look at a property." Damn, you going to Jamaica? Better take me in the suitcase. Take me in the suitcase, Van. I'll be in the suitcase. I'll be well behaved. I won't breathe. I won't anything. I won't just say I can't breathe. I'll be in the back of your suitcase. You know, the hand luggage. Put me in the hand luggage. So they don't have to toss me. Put me in your hand luggage so they don't have to toss me around. And Joe said, "What is your favorite food, my girl? My girl." My favorite food is rice and peas and yada, whole yard. The whole 9 yard. I don't know what's my favorite food anymore, people. I like spaghetti. I like spaghetti and stuff like that. I like mix up nowadays. Not just the typical. Oh, not just the typical everyday thing I'm accustomed to now. I like those things. Cynthia say, click like wait. Cynthia say, "Click like, comment, share, and subscribe." Thank you, Cynthia Black. Best of yourself, my moderator. Jamal said, "Pepperoni pizza is my favorite." I like vegetable, but I be trying to find it in the store. They have a vegetable pizza already made in the store. That one is so good, but the crust is very thin. And I've been trying to find it, and I haven't found it no more at the store I used to go to. So, but there's one further up the road. I might have to drive all the way up that side to go get it. So I like vegetable pizza. That one is yum yum. But I can't manage too many salt anyhow. Vaughn said, "I would love to take you. That's why I asked." All right, December put me in a suitcase. Everybody, Vaughn, go take me to Jamaica in the back of the suitcase. I don't want to go in the suitcase. I want to go in the hand luggage. And I want to fly first class in the hand luggage so we can get out the way fast. I just said, "Nice." I just said, "Same here." Yes, man. Sometimes if you watch your favorite food, sometimes I'm telling you, you won't eat nothing else. Because all you worry about, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Everything is me now. Everything is just eat. Survival move, survival story. We'll get a story. True get a story. Hey. I remember those days when Apple was the only thing in my house. We eat an apple and we go to bed and never, but nobody never knows so we hungry like that. Now we can't get to eat anytime we want. Now me I eat and I left a half. Back in the days that will never happen. But I will be there from November. Don't give out how long you gonna be in Jamaica, Van. Just take your time, man. Delete that one day. Enjoy your birthday though, but delete that comment day. You know what I mean? You have to say safety is utmost importance, Van. So delete that one day. Or let me remove it for you. Me I go remove that one there for you. Me I remove that one there, Van. You know, some things have to remain private, yes, man. Sometimes we are fly up in the air and think nobody that fly there with we. Them bird fly everywhere. Hey, so I just said, where were you born? I'm a born Clarendonian. Anybody know Clarendonian is just like Michigan. Yeah, that a playpen. Anybody know Clarendonian is like Michigan? That a playpen. Hey. You know what? You know what I mean, Jamal say. It's nice to meet you, my sister Blaggy. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Hello, my friend. It's nice to meet you. Hey, Jamal, you have me singing up in here, and I know you like to sing too. Jamal said, Queen, I have a question. What is your favorite Jamaican food? Rice and peas and dumpling. You know that the line they come off too quick. Jamal is normally rice and peas and I used to like curry goat, but my favorite food is soup. You probably don't call it no food, but I like soup. Manish water, cow foot soup. Give me cow foot, warm me cow foot. Yeah, man. But nowadays, me not have no, because I'm in a different country now. We have to learn to balance life out now. So me like spaghetti, me like cornbread over here. Me like collard greens if the collard greens cook good and not too salty and not too saggy, and I just like things a certain way. Especially when I'm eating, I still like the crunchiness in a food. I don't like when nothing too cooked too all the way out, too saggy, too mushy. Mm-mm. I'm not the mushy kind, but I like to try different kind of food. I'm the person who don't mind travel around the place and go eat at different restaurants, sample food. You know what I mean? Let people know where is the best food, where you can find a good tasting food. Cause listen to me, man. When a Jamaican tell you say that party of the food are good, you know say good because Jamaica known for cooking. They love food. They love this. You know what I mean? And we have nice cuisine. You know what I mean? So when we go somewhere and say, hey, the food good over here, so people we go try it for real. Because we're not just kidding. You might not like it, because everybody taste. And I realize nowadays it's a taste bud. Everybody taste bud is so different. I remember we learned about taste bud in school too. Bitter, sour, salt, sweet, all of that, etc. You know. And Vaughn said, bless, bless, bless. He said, for say you bless. Say from say you bless. As long as Jesus a free provider, we know, say we bless. Apple in the night, you bless. Yes. People in the night, you bless, bless. Resilient Queen in the night, you bless, bless. Bless upon yourself, your people. Van say, got ya. Yeah, man, Van. Yeah, man. Something we have to left you later. You got ya. Baby Buddha say, yo, no Jamaican, yo, no deal with yo, man, youth. Hey, hey, baby Buddha. I will give you the name there. Jamal say, Jamal say, Queen, I am laughing. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Andrew say, can I tell you a joke? Can I tell you a story? To get a story. Hey, Andrew, go ahead. Hey, what is Andrew, you don't scare me with just one word. One word you scare me with. Hey, Andrew, man, me no scare. You just shot me. You just shot me with the words. Hey, Hey! You know, shot me with that word. Make sure I'm not sleep, you know. Because me ears clean like a whistle. You know, say that song. Me ears clean like a whistle. I think I be the man say so. Baby boy say soul food. Yeah, man, soul food. Because you're my soul provider. Romain Virgo in the building. Ah, because you're my soul provider. Ooh, big up yourself, Romain Virgo. Romain Virgo say we're a soul provider. Yeah, man. Baby will say collard greens and baked turkey wings and macaroni and cheese with cornbread. Lord of his mercy. The whole of them in the soul food party. Then just ready for make resilient queen had double chin. Talking about soul food right now. Anybody feel like they're gonna eat some of the soul food, you know? I just say white vans. White van. Are their favorite slippers? It's a white van are their favorite slippers. No, sir. I don't like no van with close up. If you don't have no window at the back, I not even like seat. You know, back in the days when you watch both. Hey, can you turn that off for me, Jay? Hey, well, I'm going to turn off my alarm. My alarm is alarming. Hold on, the people. Let me go turn off my alarm. The phone, am I loud, man? But how am I going to sleep without... Go on to bed. Let me turn off the light so they can go on in bed. Yeah, family. Yeah. And we are sending love out to the Michigan and them too, you know, because a lot of people lose their life here today. So we are sending out love to all the people them. So many love and respect or condolence going out to all the Michiganders. You know, have a loved one grieving with what's going on here, you know. So manners of my respect to one and all. To one and all. Hey would say, hey, hello beautiful, bonita. And just say, like the shoe brand. Oh, like the shoe brand. Oh, I didn't even know they have a shoe brand near White Van. So you see, I need to get up to date. I need to be updated. And so you know what I am talking about. I guess I'm clueless. I'm lost. But we catch on as we go along. We catch on. Okay, I said we got Google though. We can't go Google later or another time. Nikki, hello, Miss Clear Show public assistant card. What's a Miss what is a Clear Show public assistant card? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't understand you. You lost me, I know, Nick. Nick, you run race with me, I know me lost. Me not understand you. What you mean? This is so fruit. You say I don't speak English? Osh. Probably talking in my mother tongue. I am talking in my mother tongue. When you get comfortable, you know, Jamaican talk in their mother tongue. But just here chilling and eating apple. I want to say big shout out to all of you. that coming in here with your manners of and respect to everybody. Appreciate you all so very much. Whether you understand, you not understand, or you overstand, or you just refuse to understand. Manners of and respect, same way. When they say we got to love in our heart for our brothers and sisters, and it ought to be free. We have to respect the Lord as our Lord and Savior, told to the victory. What we need is love to have long cold today. So today, wow. Yeah, it was a big service. Oh man, I just saw my van pulled up. I'm watching the news and I just saw my van pulled up. Yeah. You know, one of the toughest job for a reporter though is I'm watching this lady here and she talking, but just to see how you have to hold your composure as a human being. Just take the professionalism out of it. Take that, oh, that's her job and all of that, and just put yourself in her shoes. See, it's a tough job, you know, to be a reporter, especially in certain essence. When you have to be the one called upon to report on something, that's a terrible job you have. Because, you know, we have a mass shooting here at a church service today. And, you know, a few people lost their life and some are still battling this and one is in more critical condition. You know, I mean, it's a tough job. You know what I mean? He said, Queen, can I may have the Blue Ranch? Or you want to connect with other people, Jamal? I can give it to you tonight if you connect with other people, but we already have enough moderator on here already, so I will just give it to you for you if you connect with anybody you want to connect with on here, and then I'll just remove it back. All right, because I have enough moderator already. Because my channel is not big to have a bunch of moderator, but I'll give it to you if you want to connect to other people. Damn, almost. So you can connect. So you can connect. And then we can remove it back. So connect with everybody and then after that it just remove. But I'm telling you, a reporter's job, it's a tough job. We gotta respect these people out here because when they is like put yourself out there in some tough position to go out there and communicate. Yeah man, just communicate with everybody as much as people that you can connect with. If you wanna reach out to them to connect with them also. And then I'll remove the ranch because I got enough moderators already. And it's the channel is small. When my channel grow bigger then I can, you know. But for right now we just wanna be keep it that way. Because see, I'll give somebody else a ranch and they whoa, you know, you wanna tell the story. you know, we just want to keep it simple at me, Yeah. Yeah, but big up to all of the reporter them, man. Big up to them because that lady just now was just holding. You could tell after a while she was just holding by the tears. I know certain job is not for me. A reporter job would be for me. But the emotional aspect when you have to report on something so devastating and then you have to maintain that level of professionalism because it's a job you're doing, that's tough. That's a tough one. You gotta be made. It's like taking a shot of tequila before you go. I don't drink people, but I'm just saying I don't know what would I have to do. You know what I mean? Because some things are very much touching. You know what I mean? Especially like a church service where people should be there worshiping and singing praise and praising God, listen to the word of God, hear the message, and only to be hearing that a U-turn take place. You know what I mean? That's devastating, and then you have to go report on it or anything. Man, don't even think a bottle of water will help you that day if you be a reporter. I don't know. I don't know, but that's why we gotta respect certain people in a certain job position because it's a tedious job. You might not like the profession, but you have to do. You know what I mean? You probably say, I don't have the guts to do that. Like some people, they might like nursing, but they would never do nursing because they can't stand the effect of seeing blood. You know what I mean? So some people they would say, I don't mind do that, but if I have to touch that part, no. They don't have that stomach for that and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So we have to say kudos to the people out here that are so unique in these different work. Because no matter even if you work for yourself, there is some point, some jobs you have to work for somebody. So we have to say kudos to everybody who are out here on these when we have devastation and just to see what you see, but you still have to maintain that level of professionalism and you still have to remember the oath you take to say that you will serve and protect and all these things and just put everything aside and mentally tough up yourself just to get by, just to get everybody to safety, just to heal the wound, just to heal everybody that you can possibly heal while you're even struggling to hold it back. Hey, that's tough. These are some tough tests. You might look and say, oh, but they got it easy and all of that. But in dying situation, crisis situation like these, oh yeah, those people deserve an award because it's not easy. It's not easy. He said, Amen. He said, Queen, I do DoorDash. It's okay. I like it. Yeah, I like DoorDash. I used to do DoorDash. I used to do DoorDash until my car started get trouble. My other car started get trouble. I had to stop. Yeah, I used to do DoorDash. The only thing I never like with DoorDash is when they give the $2 order. They give a $2 order, you probably go probably a couple miles and you're like, what? Where am I going? And you just keep driving. But if you know how to pick your orders, it's good. Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about cars, so no matter what you tell me, me just know say Caro, Toyota. I don't know nothing about cars. I don't know nothing much about cars. I don't know not much about the brand of these things. I just see all the look what they call it, the acronyms for the car, and they say this, and I'm just still there looking at it, okay. Oh, and you get good tip when you do food? Oh, that's good. I'm thinking if you go do me back some too because it's convenient for me and my children to be there. You know what I mean? So I don't have to feel stressed out or drained out that I am struggling with having somebody to keep them or so they could be right there with me. So I'm thinking about doing that as well because then when they're in school, well, one is homeschool, when they're done, I can still go out there for a few hours, do something until it's time to pick the other one up. and then or after I pick the little one up and then we eat something or so, then we could just go out there and do what we gotta do, and then maybe we drive around, we find different parks, we might see a park that we may like in a different area. You know what I mean? You can drive, go to different cities, different counties, because they have counties here. And probably find a park that we can go hang out, me and the kids them, take them around the place and chill. He said with DoorDash you can travel far, but I don't like the $2 tips. Oh, you don't like the $2 tip? I rather would be getting the $2 tip. But what about you getting the $2 for your pay? It's not the tip, you're getting the $2 for your pay. I will take a $2 tip if somebody bless me with it, because it's something I never even know the time. Some people don't tip for the love of Christ, but for somebody giving you $2 to go pick up an order from a store, then you have to turn around and drive it to Oyanda. That's the problem. When you drive all 3 point something miles, I'm like, for $2. That's the problem. When your gas, a gallon of gas is $3. $3 something. That's the problem. I'm like, at least match the gas gallon. I mean, at least I could buy back a gallon and put it back on. that's where I that's where I say you should just whatever the gallon is for, probably say 87, then match that gallon and give me that money. Say $3 something or $2. When gas is for something else, but the tip you give me $2 tip, I'm blessed. You don't forget $2 tip. You know what I mean? Because some people don't tip, so that's a blessing to get $2 tip. But to get a $2 order, mm, hey, hey. But realize everything add after a while. Oh yes, oh yes. So I don't have no problem with the $2 tip. But the $2 order, yeah, definitely have a problem with that. Cause you gotta not only go to the store to pick the stuff up or whatever, then you gotta turn around and bring it to the people them. A gallon of gas gone already. And you get below the gallon of gas price. Mhm. And that's just my take though. Everybody take is different. But what you guys think? If you're gonna do some order, what I mean, at least match the gallon of gas that at least say, okay, a gallon of gas in this area costs say $4. Okay, then the Lord should give me then for that order is $4. You know what I mean? If you go, yeah, because at least if anything, at least I have $4 can buy a gallon of gas through in my. So I look at it. But you give me $2 when the gas gallon is $4, you're losing because you're gonna have to put $2 on that $2 make it $4. But if you get $4, then you can say, all right, then at least you get your gallon of gas. A gallon of gas. That's how you look at life in the people. But when you look at it, you say you get under. And then you have to go to the store or wherever, whether the store, the restaurant, or whatever. Then you have to turn around and sometimes in a traffic for long hours. For a good look at the time, sometimes traffic can depending. Yeah, that's a lot. He said DoorDash make laugh. Sometimes the bab be acting up. Oh yeah, DoorDash always if you sometimes it's best to have a second phone where you could, especially if you kind of map it out before you go. That's what somebody told me. Map out the area. Let's say you get that pick up an order and you want to go deliver it. Before you start go deliver it, just start look at the map and everything to see if you can map it out. Because sometimes you could be familiarized with the area and then traffic can be busy, so you can say, you know what, let me just go side street or let me just go here. It might take me 2 more minutes or 1 more minute extra, but at least you're not in no long line of traffic or so. So somebody told me have another device where sometimes you can have that. You still have the other map that they have set out for you to go, but keep your map so if any little thing you can do detour where it's easier. Sometimes they will say, oh, you're going the wrong direction, but you know where you're going because the other side to send you the longer route sometimes for $2. And sometimes you get lost and you grow the ear like you're idiot in nobody, you just grow in a circle. Oh, one night I remember we all the way out. Where was I? I think I was all the way out in. How far was I that night? I don't even remember how far was I. And we went up into some dark places driving like we lost. driving up and down up some dirt road and everything. I'm like, Lord, couldn't find where the people them live. And then we're not familiar with the area because we're not from that side. We not live around those places, far out. You know, telling you. See, I was thinking about taking an offering plate. What do we do? Hey, you see, I can't church with you. Hey, you see, I can't church with you. I take a plate out. Hey, you know, easy, you know, master. Yeah, sit there, say they will put you behind churches and building. GPS. Hey, the GPS man. And you know what? And that's why somebody told me that you have to map out the thing when you get your order. Start map out. Look at the map. Even when you're in the store, you start go and look at the map so you can have a mental picture of where you're gonna go with the order. Cause so you don't have to feel like you just a drive like you don't have no existence in this world. You just a drive. Cause your gas run out in the people. And then sometimes the further you're out, and more you're gonna see for gas, and more you're gonna see for a gas. So the money where you basically pay in a one area where you're accustomed to, when you go further out, you're gonna end up paying more money. Jamal say when deliver at night, people don't turn on the light their house. Plus, I am scared of dog. Oh, you scared of dog? I don't know who not scared of dog at night. Cause you all you look at them bright eyes at night, and they barking. And you know what? Make no noise and wake up the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, yeah, they don't turn on the light. Some people do turn on the light, and some don't turn on the light, and then that cause you to even miss the house, and then you have to, it'll make you linger in the area. You say, "Oh, I hate when they don't turn the light on." I hate when the street is dark that you're going on. You know those streets that are off limit, like off grid life. Those dark streets, those are the ones that are more dangerous because they're just off grid. No street light, nothing. You're depending on people pouch light to turn on, and sometimes when you get up to the porch, they turn on the light. you know, only when I am telling you. And people are trying to be conserved on their light bill or something. But if you order one little food, because some most people track you in the app. So when they know they see you on the road, they should just turn their light on. Make it easier. Especially at night because people's safety. Yes, yeah, pay them to get your food, but safety is all at most important because people can be close to your yard and they feel like they're in danger and they have to cancel the order. They had to cancel because they felt like they're in danger. You know. Cynthia say, then I report their food cold and I hate when they lie and say they don't get their food. Oh yes. That's the toughest one. When somebody said they don't get their food, that's the toughest one. That one is like somebody call you a thief or you're not a thief. But some people happen to, but some they just like to say they don't get the food. Be Sealer say, hey Queen, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? And then when they do it too, you know what happened? Sometimes they have those violations on you, and it's like you can prove it, they can prove it. But they need to have better app. Once you go to a location, they should be able to track back your location. So when somebody said they didn't get the food, they should be able to track your location to see where did you go after you say you pick that food up. Because once you pick the food up, you have to select it in the app. You say, I'm good. Bless up yourself, be sealer. You know what I mean? You have to select it in the app, so they have to have better features. I hope they do now. Because I remember one time I had to argue with DoorDash and tell her, I said, you guys need to do better. And you're telling me anybody can just report on somebody and say, hey, I didn't get my food when they get their food in their hand. And then they say, okay, let we just, because remember, the same way somebody can say, I don't like this person, like when they see you face to face. The same way people can do you even when you don't know them for a walk. So like people can just get up and just say, okay, somebody just dropped this food off. I didn't like their demeanor or whatever. Let's just give them a bad review or something. And then you could just take away somebody's livelihood. Some of these people are single parents, single fathers, or just out here trying to hustle. They're the only breadwinner of their family. You know what I mean? Trying to hustle to make two ends. So life is just something. It's just something at time. Sometimes you just have to just do the best you can when you're out here doing any app at all you're doing, whether app, work, 9 to 5, anything you're doing at all, because you can't please everybody. And some people come rude and they want it to be nice with their rudeness, as if you're not human being and they're the only human being. So life is something else nowadays. It's something else. Because some people don't consider that you're a human being, they only consider that they are the only human being. You know what I mean? And life is ridiculous nowadays. It's ridiculously crazy. And it's ridiculous to see what you can go to for $2. For $2. Less than a gallon of gas. All the things you had to go through, the insult, the disrespect. It's crazy everywhere. Whether you're in a 9 to 5, you're working for yourself, it can be crazy. You know what I mean? So kudos to the brave men and women out here. Kudos to you all. Bravo. Cynthia say I got banned because it was bad weather and they banned me and I was dasher of the month for 5 straight months. Wow. Wow. It just goes to show that, you could be doing 5 good things, and the one little thing you do that's bad, just take away all that 5 good things. It's like one bad egg spoil the whole bunch. When they say no, one bad apple spoil the whole bunch. They say one bad apple, spoil the whole bunch. So you say you get 5 months straight lasher, and that one little incident just spoil the whole of that. Whole of that. It's just crazy. That's why they say it takes so long to go up. But it's very easy to just come back down, just like you didn't even climb up. You didn't even work to go up there. You know what I mean? Anything we do, it sometimes make you feel like, why did I work so hard? And I only worked so hard to get here, only to get back down like I didn't even try. That's a life, man. So all my ratings was all good. Wow. Ban, pop up. I was. Ooh. Give me a quick second. Get up. Get up. Both of you. Now. I said no. Get up. Get up. No. Get up. Go in your room. Go in your room. Go in your room. No. You get privilege. Privilege not extended. Pick up and go. First flight out. Hurry up. Should not hear your mouth. No light on. Turn that light off. Get in. Give me a second, people. These kids think I'm playing with them. Go straight down. Climb up on top. Climb up on top. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Quick. 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. Come on, man. On that boy. Pick the man. Move up, move up, move up, move up, move up. Climb up. Move up, man. Move up, move up. All right, here in the blanket is. Take that blanket. Don't play with me. Say, go on the bed, go on the bed. If I hear in the mouth, I'll be right back in and lay down. A child who don't get adequate rest, go to school and sleep in school and they don't know their education. And then depend on mommy to help them in the morning. No. Put that head down and go to bed. You want privilege, you're not extended. It's tomorrow's school morning. You can't play all that game. Left them locked, they should go in their bed and everything, set them up. No. You see, I'm going in the bushes, queen. All right. Bless up yourself, Cynthia. Bless up yourself. I don't know why my foot itch me so. You see them a boy picnic them ain't got enough people, so we have to make sure I say they got big cause they were Ginal. Ginal. We tell them asleep and they not asleep. So you have to make sure say you have to watch him. You know, me and the mama, you know, me pay attention to my kids and me have to pay attention because you know kids will tell us they gonna bed and they not gonna in bed. And if you just listen good, because they hear you talk or something. So if you don't listen good, you don't know so the end of the day. So you have to have your ears up. Nothing wrong with having your ears up. Because you know when people don't get good rest, you know, they go to school and they sleep in a school and you get the report, hey, your child was sleeping in school and you go act like you're surprised. Why were you sleeping in school? You know, weren't surprised. You know, they were up. No, I ain't doing that. You know, so yeah, man. But we there, family, we there, gala, and everything. That's all life. But we plan to get back up on the road and do some driving. And one thing I like with doing driving apps too is the fact that places that let's say you were saying that man, I would love to go to this place or I would love to go to this place. But maybe if you're working a 9 to 5, you don't have that opportunity to do so. You know what I mean? So when you're doing like a driving app, it give you that opportunity. Cause you could get to the place where you need to go, you know, check around with your kids. If you have to carry your kids with you, you know, you get to go hang out at a nice park. You can just get to go chill somewhere where you never been before. You know, because you know it's a lot of festivities going to be happening pretty soon. And you might see look at events on the road while you're out there. Sometimes you can just take a break, especially if you do earn earn per hour, or earn per order. Yeah, if you do that one, and then you can turn off your thing and go check out some places your children and stuff for maybe another hour or so, and then after that you can say, okay, kiddos, let's go back to go do what you gotta do. So it give you that leverage, or it give you that luxury to be able to go out there and do what you can do while your children is still there with you, and plus you know that they're safe with you. You just have to pray for guidance, protection, safe journey, safe delivery, safe picking up of orders, serve, safe going out, safe coming in. Because everything have its own hurdles. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're worried about leaving your kids with others, and then at the same time when you're driving, same way you still have to worry about everything. So you have to think about safety at all times. Doesn't matter where, whether you drop them off to somebody, you're still gonna be out there on the road, driving around, hopping around, turning around, doing this, doing that. Because sometimes you could be driving down the street and say, hey, I'm going at this spot, and if you have your app on, you can get an order real quick, and when you look, you say, but wait, the order is back that side. Then they tell you real quick once you call it, once you accept the order to make a U-turn. Sometimes you're in a traffic and you can't even make the first U-turn that they ask you to do. You have to go all the way down and you know what I mean, take away from your time. Because that's how it is. It's a drive and collect orders and go, Stop, pick up, move again, you know. You're like a U-Haul and not a U-Haul. You know what I mean? Because you have to do so many things at once. Maneuver, paying attention, making sure that safety first, checking everywhere, this, that, checking this. You know what I mean? So it's a lot in everything, and everything requires safety. Even when you're working in a 9 to 5 job, it requires safety too. Because some jobs require you to be having a lot of safety gears, while some just require you to be proper shoes, proper wears, and stuff like that. Safety at all costs in everything. So even creating your own business too is requires safety. You know what I mean? Even if you say, "Oh, I'm my own business person," but it still requires safety. It still requires you to take protection. It still requires you to take a lot of things. Everything is all about safety first. You know. But it's life, people. It's what it is. They say it is life. It's what it is, and everything. So we're just here chilling out and Just say it's what it is, people. But we still have to thank God for life because we're still here. We have many things to what they call it. I heard some people call it unpack and relearn and all these things. I like to say just to learn. Add things to what you already know and unfamiliar things to some things that you're gonna learn as you travel. As you go out there and say, oh wow, did they have this place here? Like today, I didn't even know that there was a church down further from me here. All this time I saw that building, I didn't even know it was a church. So it just goes to show, because some building, the name is not bold, the print, in the way that you could recognize that it's a building, it's a church or so. Oh, that's pretty. That's a big church. Oh, that's tough. Yes, people. So I say, go man, it's life, it's life we live, the life we live, the sometimes the life you live, and sometimes just the environment you're in, the surrounding you're in, the location you're at. It's just everything. You can't pinpoint nothing. It's just everything. Cause there go again. We can't read minds. We can't read mind people. We just cannot. So, and that's the toughest challenge we're dealing with now. Like today, something was coming to my mind today, and I was saying that all these people that have done such heinous stuff in life, and they have them wherever they have them, instead of saying that they gonna give them the penalty where they exempt them out of life. I was saying to myself today, it was just coming to my thought. I'm like, why is this coming? I was saying they should start use these people to see what were they thinking leading up to all of this. Did they seek help? Start the research on these people. Start build some data and then gather some data from these people to see where it was their mind at. When all before all of this unfold, leading up to all the things that they have done. Mind you, that won't bring back anybody that has already gone, but it will put an insight on how to help with the brain, how to help with people mind and how people think, so it can tap in more into how people really think. That was what come into my mind. It's not gonna come from the people who, and those research would have to come from people who already been in this situation before. And they hear and they have them behind whatever they have them behind. And some of them they say they're giving them the penalty or whatever. And I'm saying maybe they need to start do some gather some data from them to help tap into how the mind is really working when people start to route to the wrong way. You know what I mean? Start do some research on these people because they can get information from them that they wouldn't get from a typical person that's not thinking that way. You know what I mean? These people were thinking these ways, so they could say, what were you thinking? What was the first thing that came to your mind that led you to start things certain way? You know what I mean? So they can get a better understanding of how the mind really works, how the brain really function when it could be somebody suffering. Yeah, they could be suffering from mental health stuff, but some people don't suffer from these things. Something is just that their mind telling them to do something. You know what I mean? So what was it? What were they doing at the time when their mind started to stray? What were they doing? Just to see. So I think they should start getting data on these people. I don't know if they're doing it or anything. I'm just saying that's what I think. It was coming to my mind today, and I'm like, these would be the best person to get the data from to see what was it, how long they were having these thoughts for, so that we can get a better understanding in helping, not just within the mental health institution, but also with the mind of people. So we can get a better understanding. Mind you, the data will be based on other people, but also it's going to give an insight as to see how much our mind play a role in the damages that are being caused on a daily basis. Because it's been happening more frequent. So instead of them saying, oh, we're going to give this person this or that, gather some data from these people so that they can go back and check on to see if they can come up with something, a research or something about how does it matter, tap more into the mind and something and see how well we can help. Probably come up with something to help get people when they hear, they start to think that we're at this point, we're at this crossroad, something that can help shift that narrative and that perspective. Because it better be some medicine probably out there or something, but maybe it's not developed yet. But in order for it to be developed, it need research. You know what I mean? We need people to start ask these people who are living examples of the things that, mind you, you're not gonna like to hear these things, but gather the information. What caused it? What were they thinking? Where were they at when they start having the first episode of their mind? What were they doing? And when the first episode came, what did they do? Because some things are years, some things are weeks, some things are months before you see these people just struck. You know what I mean? And as that young lady was talking about, she was fighting. She said her mind was fighting her. You know what I mean? So I would like to see people probably get some data, because you have so many people, so they could find a way to see when stuff like these things start happening. People can start to know what to look for, have a better analysis of the mind, how it really works. Because I don't know, this is just my opinion. I don't know if there is real, because I haven't done any research in a long time right now. I don't know if there is any research, updated research about how the mind really works. I don't know if it's out there. But I mean, what are some of the data that they recently gathered that can help to really, because there gotta be a way to combat some of these things. It gotta be a way. It's just like when you have disease out there, you see, so they call it a epidemic or a pandemic. Don't you see they start to gather data to try to figure out what they can do to come up with something to curtail these kind of viruses that are out there lingering in the air. So it gotta be something that they can come up with to help, because more and more things are happening, and it's beginning with the mindset of people. The mindset of us. We don't know who is going to be next. We don't know who is going to be doing what. We just don't know. So I think some of these people that they still here and they have them locked away or whatever, they might need to start use them to do research. And I mean use them to do research, gather the raw data, because they would be the perfect person to get the data from. They can get data from me when my mind is not thinking like them currently. You know what I mean? But these people already walk the walk. Not say it's a good walk, but they walk the walk, they live it. They did it. You know what I mean? Just to see, so we can get a better insight. Since well, I'm a parent and I can speak for myself, but you never know. When they gather these data from these people, now as parents, we can have some data, strong data, because it's coming from these people who have still here, but they locked away or whatever, that done these things, and if they're willing to share their story about what lead up to them to do such thing. What were they thinking? Where were they at when they were thinking these things? Did they say anything to anyone? Did they being shunned away? Did they being ignored? They are the only one can tell what was going on at that particular time, when they probably were saying something and people just shun them out, go sit down, you too petty. You know what I mean? They're the only one could tell. And then I think those datas could also help us as parents now with we raising our generation of children coming out. We can start use those data to say, okay, Not to say you're going to use these data to fry your children, but at least when you see certain things, they say certain things, no, you know it's time to intervene. No, you know it's time to get them help. No, it's time to start monitor them. No, it's time to start say, hey, we can't take this lightly. You know what I mean? Not to say you're going to blow up no alarm on your children. It's just that you're trying to get an intervention early. So a lot of things can be detected. And you just never know. It just came up to my mind today because for me, I'm always thinking of ways to try and help to curtail a lot of stuff that we have no control over when it's too much. You know what I mean? And it constantly if you're a creative person, you're always going to be constantly thinking about what next can you create or what can you do to help? What can you do to get in? We're trying to find ways to see how we can get up in there because everything is up in here, locked up in people's mind. It's not nowhere else. You know what I mean? So this is just what I'm just thinking, and that could also help because a lot of research I've done so many years back where medication, where you hear they talking about mental health, these people that they get the data from over the years, and they study these people, or sometimes they take some of them whatever they take to combine to test these things and see if they can do to make these things work so it can be effective for so many of us. You know what I mean? A lot of people take anxiety meds, a lot of people take depression meds, a lot of people take so many things, but where did those depression medication come from? How did they arrive? How did they get them? How did they start build those things? That mean it was a epidemic or a pandemic of people were so depressed or so stressed out or about to lose their mind or something, and they say something gotta be done. You know what I mean? And that's how these medication are being built because they had to start go around now and do probably get a group of people that are saying complain about their depression or whatever. They collect the data from these people so they can have an understanding of what really lead up to them being so depressed and over the edge and over the waters or whatever it is. So the same way now I'm saying that these people that are doing these things, if they're still around, they need to start find out from them what really was going on with their brain because they're the only one can tell if they're still here. You know what I mean? What was going on? Did they get help? Did they seek help? What was happening? And I think those would be some valid data that can also help in generation to come and years to come so we can curtail some of these things. We won't be able to prevent everything in life, but to reduce the things that are getting out of hand because of the mindset. I mean, we might sit there and say, sure, what you're talking about is garbage, but in actuality it's not garbage because reality is really reality. You know what I mean? Because even people taking depression medicine, we're taking all kind of stuff. Even just to have a baby nowadays, first time people do had to bear the pain naturally. But over the years, they say, what can we do so people don't have to go through this pain? People used to have to have cold rags stopping people so cold sweat don't wash them. And they say, it gotta be a better way. And they develop all the epidermal and all these things so you can put it in your back and you don't feel no pain. Just you feel pain, but you reduce. Sometimes it do fail, because I had that experience where I failed with the second one, but the first one was good. You know what I mean? So I'm saying something gotta be done. Cause this is too much now. Something gotta be done. So that way, and when I say that way, because it will help a number of parents to also understand the children, because when they're gonna get the data, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get the data from the youngest age group as much as they can, going up to so however long age group based on the history of whatever was going on with a lot of people that these things that damage society and whatever. So that you can have a better understanding of really how the mind works, because outdated data not gonna cut it. If data is outdated, it's not gonna cut it in 2025. So in order to get updated data, we have to gather it and compare it to the old data to see if some of these things are still playing out and some are outdated or anything. You know what I mean? so that I think we can help, because that would be a tremendous help to help everybody. Parents will be getting the help they need with their children, because you have so many parents are struggling with difficult children nowadays. You have a lot of difficult children out here, and it stems from so many things. You know what I mean? But we want to know how they're feeling when they might start to wonder, they might start to stray. And from these people that already, commit these things and are still here, those data need to be gathered. Those data need to be gathered. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion, people. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, so that we can have a better knowledge of how the mind work in today's society. That's what we're talking about. We want a better knowledge of how the mind really work in today's society, because too many things are happening and people will say, oh, this person just crazy. You can't just label somebody as being crazy. People are playing out what they didn't get help with. So I'm saying, what can we do from the things that we already seen happen? How can we go to the people who are still alive that did things? How can we get them to help us to get the things so we can move forward to reduce? Because I know something can be done. We just had a recent pandemic, and they were able to come up with medication to curtail a lot of this stuff so people could get the injection to be vaccinated against this, even though you still get some people still vaccinated and still get the COVID. But at least it reduced a lot of the things that many people were gonna expose to many of us. You know what I mean? So I'm saying there gotta be a way now. Oh yeah, they sleep now. It gotta be a way now because it's too much now. So this is no longer where you can just open your mouth and pinpoint anything. You cannot. We cannot pinpoint no more. This is not this. We're in a world now where we can't just get up and say this is this and this is that. That's not happening no more, because you don't know who you can. Sometimes you like a pinpoint something and judge somebody wrongfully, and then the person who you overlook is the person you shock off. You know what I mean? So I think they need to probably, I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. Because that's what came to my mind today. If you say probably they need to find out from these people where were they hit at. You know, before they start to their minds start to take over them. Where were they hit at when they had that first thought? When they had that first negativity? Did they get help? Did they try to get help? Did they had somebody to listen to them? Let me hear these things and see what did they do. Did they try to fight these things off? What did they do? Or did they just bask in and say, hey, my mind is just loving me this way and I'm loving it this way? What did they do? So that when we see, because you're going to see some of these signs sooner or later in the generations after generations, if the help don't come, but we're not tapping into it. We got to tap in the mind, because the mind is what damaging society right now. We could say all we want, but you clearly see the mind damaging society, because it's damaging the people, and the people who their mind, the part that of their mind that is negative, get a hold of them, are damaging them, and they also taking it to society. They're not just taking it just because they want to take it to themselves alone. They want to share that negative mind with society, and it's unfair. You see what I'm saying? It is unfair that they have to be fighting their mind, and some people just fight their mind and they want to share it with society and not realizing the damage they're going to cause. So I think we need, I don't know, we might need, we need a lot of research. We need to start gather data on these people I want to mean gather the data because somebody might out there say, how you going to get the data? Yes, you're going to get the data because when somebody come out and do something and some of them end up in jail, they have those persons that they can go to and gather the data from. You understand? Some people, they won't be able to gather the data because they're no longer here. But the scripted message that some people place around and left behind are the only detailed part that they're going to have to use to help gather the data of how some people are thinking. So data is everywhere. Gather the raw data from, so majority of these people are still lingering around. So before they say, oh, I got to put them on the penalty bid or the penalty this, or so gather the data so they can come up with something to help with the mind. Because the mind is like a moose on the loose now. Because whatever the mind is telling them, or whatever the mind is, whatever they are seeing in their mind or playing out in their mind, they're actually playing it out in reality. So how can we get help? You know, when you don't really know where the root cause of anything is. So in order to find the root cause of these things now, why is these things are so out, cold out, no care? How can we get to the root cause of this? It's to tap into the minds of the people who already did these things. Because they're going to have the best data to give you. You understand? They're going to tell you exactly what their mind was thinking. Some of them may not want to talk to you, but for the ones who just say, you know what, I want to help because I let my mind get the best of me. And I don't want to see that for the next person. Because they already say, you know what, I already forgave myself and I'm sorry for what I did. But I don't want nobody to be the next cause of somebody else's mind. I want to help. I want to share my story. I want to share my journey. You know what I mean? So somebody can get help because we out here, and as much as we may sit down and say, "What this idiot talking about?" Somebody might be saying that. You know what I mean? What this fool be talking about? But we can't read mind. So we want to try to get an understanding of really from these people. Their mind frame they were in. What was it like? Really? You know, because when people do things, the first thing we start to do, call these people monsters, evil, this or so. We'll start turning it around now to see what was really going on so we can find a way to find something to develop to help the mind of these people. Because everything is not about depression medicine. Everything is not about anxiety medicine. You can't go give everybody anxiety medicine. You can't give everybody because they say their mind messed up in depression medicine. And then everybody might not go want depression medicine. So we need something together so we can see what we can work with. You know what I mean? Whew. We need, I don't know, but whenever time, because I'm always trying to find out how can I help? And I know a lot of people out there probably saying, how can we help? But we won't be able to help until we know where the root cause of this is coming from. We can say all we want, but we need to get down to the grit of this. I know somebody out there probably can figure out how to get down to the grit of these things. You know what I mean? Because life is all about research. You research everything. And the raw data is going to come from the people. Some people go to the aggressive animals that being so aggressive to things too. Some of them can be gathered from there to just to see how wired, the mind wired, the brain wired. Because as I said, outdated information is not working in 2025. This is 2025. We need to get a hang of everything. Because when someone is no longer here, you can pinpoint finger at them no more because they're no longer here. But somebody else see what somebody else did already done, and their mind were probably being at bay as well, and they were trying to hold it, and then now that trigger, and then now you have a next one, and the next one keep going, and the next one, and we start to wonder where next, what gonna happen next. No, we need to start act, use the resources that we got. These information gonna be helpful to start use the resources we got. Yes, we might call these people monster everything, but don't we want the root cause so everything can be stopped? Don't we want to know what's really going on up in here so everything can be stopped and people can get back to normalcy, life can get back to normalcy? Sad for the ones that lost their life, but at least we can get back to normalcy. Something got to be done. And I have a creative mind, but it's not creative enough. You know, I'm telling you. But saying this out there, I hope somebody out there, I hope a scientist out there trying to say, food for thought. Hmm, probably need to do this for real. Probably need to dug deep. You know what I mean? Double Rose doing say hello everyone. Hello Double Rose, how you doing? You know what I mean? Because we're out here and everybody want to live happy. Everybody want to live free. Everybody want to live peaceful. But when you see the mind that we can't see into, we can't tap into nobody's mind. We don't know what's really going on. There is no way for you to really say, "Oh, I'm good." When every minute you hear something happen, every minute you see something is happening. What is really causing it? What is really causing people mind to just, like we like to say, go cuckoo, or you calling somebody cuckoo or crazy? What is really happening? You say hanging in there. Yeah man, we good Double Rose. I'm just thinking about so many things that is happening, and how are these things, how can they be curtailed? It gotta be a way out. It gotta be a way out. It's how the kids doing. They went to bed. I had to transition them from the other room to the other room so they could go to bed. So they went to bed. Because the mind is really working, and we clearly see some people mind working, and they just by themselves depart, and then some people mind working where he's just telling them go do mass this, mass that, and I'm saying it gotta be a way to curtail these things. And I know everybody out there who wanna live and live peaceful, gone back where the days where you could leave your door open and all these. We gotta start sit up and figure out how how can how can we help? Can we get a research out there, start going about the mind, get some of these people out here to, you know, we might not like it, or some people say, oh, this person did harm to me, but we need to get to the root cause of these things so we don't have to have these things no more. You know what I mean? Or we can reduce things, not escalate things. We're trying to reduce. How can we reduce? Put it at minimal, at bay, or not none at all. You say, oh, that's good. I am glad they are doing well and sleeping. Yes, Double Rose stream. Bless up on yourself. You know what I mean? So it just, I'm a critical thinker. I like to think, but I mean, thinking is one thing, but you want to know how can we be of help to society. And when you know you have children in society, you can't just sit down and relax. Because if you're the man that you thinking have a good son or a good daughter, you don't know when our mind or their mind gonna go far. We don't know. You could have a best kid, you could raise the best kid, and they might tell him to do something, and you don't know. So if people tapping into the minds of these people who already done these things or so forth, then we can start to figure out, okay, now we know how to lead. Now we know how to guide our children. Now we know how to what we need to look for. What what I mean? So that help can arrive early. You know what I mean? Something can be done early. With this research require a lot of money. Oh, you probably do. But we can't just sit down and think. You start to wonder every time something happens. It's like you're like, oh, where next? Who next? It make you wonder, and wonder not gonna help the answer. We need an answer. What is the root cause of this? It gotta be a root cause of something. And part of getting the data is to go to these people that are already here, that they probably have put behind bars, telling them they're going to put them on no longer here list and all this. They need to tap into these people mind and see what was really going on. What were they thinking? Did they get help? Did they say anything to anyone? And so forth, so that we can gather data and gather some knowledge, and give some tips to parents what they should look for when they see their children acting a certain way, blah blah blah. Hopefully they can be of help. Hopefully somebody willing to say, you know what, we sorry for what we done, but we're willing to make a difference in society. We're willing to help make a difference. It can happen. Remember, we're not thinking nothing that we wouldn't think that it couldn't happen. It can happen. They say the person say also people are easily influenced by others. Yes, man. And something gotta be done. Yes. Because when you see one thing happen, it's just a trigger. You ever watch this game where they set off the level, they light the level, and they either the rat or something gotta run around, and then when he touch one thing, then the ball keep going and he keep going, then he touch every little thing. It's like a connection, you know what I mean? And then people already probably were thinking certain things, and they say, okay, my sister do it, then my brother do it. Okay, well, I can do it too. Not realizing that is the wrong path they're on, the wrong journey they're on. So how can we get these help? We gotta get data. We need the data to start gather up, to start dig deep, and tap into things. Cause it's crazy. We have our children, and all of us now, we can't just sit down and say we are good, we kids are good. All those kids that do damage, you don't think they're people kids, and they probably were saying the same thing like we. You see what I'm saying? Not thinking anything of their children, think they're okay because they don't show no sign or anything, or they were just overlooking them because they get trouble. You see, that's another thing. We say kids get trouble. We overlook what they're doing because we say, oh, they just trouble, they just attention seekers, and all of these things. And that's some of the things that we overlooked. Shove it to the rug, and then when what they call it in Jamaica, they say ditto. When destruction struck, then we start to pinpoint finger here. We start to say, let's see where they lost was, who they were lost talking to. Same way you can think of this, say we need to get into the minds of the people out here now. Because there's a mind really at the minds that are on the loose are really at operation right now. And if the answers were here, then you'd already know that 911 would have a lot of job on their hand. But the more we start to figure out things, get it from these people who are left behind. We might hate them all we want because they did this or did that, but don't we want to put a stop to things that are getting out of hand? If we want to put a stop to things, we can just hate on them because we. You ever watch a movie where they say, but we need this person. So we're going to have to leave him for last because we need him to help us solve the puzzle. So some of these persons that you see, we need them to solve the puzzle. Because even the data you're going to gather, you need them to help you to gather that data. You're going to need these people to help you gather the data. And it's going to be so ironic, but you're still going to need them, even though yes, you can't stand the life of them or you can't go stand the guts of them, but we are going to need them to help gather the data, whether we like it or not. Many of us watch movies all the time, and even though the movies are sometimes not real, but real life events are playing out now. That's sometimes what you see the movie depict sometimes they say, oh but no, we're gonna need this person. So we gotta leave him for like you know who is doing behind the things doing it in the movies or so and they say, oh just figure out who's doing it. But we're gonna need them for later because we're gonna need all the data. And they take their time and they go through everybody to get up the data so they can come back and then can say, yes, this is the person. But now you guys got these people here already and so forth. You need to get tap in. You need to get their tap in to see what they were thinking. What were they going through? They're the only one can tell you what they were going through. I don't care how many people you're gonna investigate about these people. They don't have the people in mind. You're gonna have to ask the source. You have to go directly to these people to get the answer. You could investigate all these people you want with anybody, but you have to go directly to the source to get your answer. They are going to be the one to give you the answer. You say, hey, beautiful, are your feet ticklish at all? You say, no. Ticklish, no. Why were you asking that? You know what I mean? But it's crazy. I wish I was a scientist. Yay! I wish I was a scientist. He said, I want to try. Oh, you ain't going to try nothing. I wish I was a scientist. I should have studied science to be a scientist. We could have, you know. You say you love black woman feet. I am sorry. Oh, mine is white. My feet is white. And you are gorgeous. Okay, thank you. You just trying to take my mind off of it. I'm trying to see how I could sound. How can I be of help to society? You know, that young lady in Jamaica that recently took her own life. She was saying, I was watching a video of her, and I get that for the 2 days I was consumed watching up all her video, and I think you get a best of me. And I remember she was saying, I born in this world and I didn't even have nothing. So how are they telling me to contribute to society when I don't have nothing? And I'm saying, she was thinking that. She said, how could I be of help to society when they say contribute to society when I was born with nothing? You know what I mean? And I'm just finding it. I wasn't even thinking like that before until I was watching her videos. And if she didn't even pass, I wouldn't even know exactly who she was. You know what I mean? Because I never see she pop up on my community feed. But now she just gone viral. And I'm like, when she said, my mind is fighting me, it's crazy. You know what I mean? The world soon say, hello. He said, you are funny. Yeah. Somebody help for a review. Let me see who is this. Okay, we can't see who is it. Somebody help for a review. I don't know what was that, but gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful with the message. Is somebody help for a review? Oh, okay. So message help for a review. Okay. You be careful. Hold on, the people. Hold on, the people. Okay. All right. You see, people don't learn how to be respectful yet. You know. Anyway, we take care of that. We just take care of that. But anyway, family, we're not gonna stay long, but we just want everybody to understand that don't just sit there and think that we're exempt from nothing in this world. As long as we are human beings and we're here, and it's not just our children, things gonna affect. It's gonna affect us as human beings, us as parents. You know, whether we are parents, we are auntie, we are uncle, whatever we are, to the people that are around us that are being affected or didn't get help or anything. We have to stand up now to really find out. We want to know what's the root cause of all this. We could say, oh, it's the demon possessed, the demon this. Well, how can we get the demon out of these people? We could say all we want to say, but we need to know how to get it out of these people so that life can go on and people can be free again and people can be back on track again and you don't have to keep walking and looking over your head and keep worried and say, you're wrong people now. You work with so many people and you don't even know what they're thinking. Can we tell who is thinking what? How many people work with so many people per day? You work with so many different personalities, so many different people. Can you really tell what people is thinking? Double Rose Swin said, well said, Queen. Yes, it's tough out here. We cannot tell who is thinking what, who is, we can't tell. So we need to come up with something that can help. Because you can work with anybody. We seen people go in probably boss say, hey, just go home, don't bother come back or whatever. And then they go back, but they go back in the other way. Did that boss know that his action was gonna cause people to do something we don't call it foolish or whatever it is? No. Can't read mind. Go back to cannot read mind. So nowadays I'm saying we can't see comfortable because you're around people all the time and you can't read them. You might look and say, oh, this one look grumpy. You only can say they look grumpy because you already know they were grumpy. That's not enough evidence of nothing nowadays. That is not enough to seal nothing. That is not enough to convince nothing. That is not enough to even say anything. It's like they say you want something substantial. We want something more substantial. We have to go to the source. You know what I mean? So we can get an inside look from based on these studies that they would conducted from these people that have done these things and still here. You know, we can get an inside feel of really what's really going on. Because listen to me, I don't think the Lord just give us mind to just sit down and let things just go by. And nobody say no. I don't think he give us no mind to just sit down and let things go by and we don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Because we've been around people every day. Many of you go to work with millions of people, thousands of people every day. And you don't know nobody in the equation. We can't pinpoint nobody because you can't read mine. But if there's a data out there to back up why people do what they do and help with some of these things, it come from the sources of these people. Yes, some people will say, oh, I don't want that or whatever, but we gotta help. And in order to help, we have to go to these people who already lived through what they did to help you. It's like in the movies where they say, no, but we need one of these things here because we need to get the thing from them to get this, to get that. Yes. So even the things that you see in movie, you think that it's just a movie nowadays. It's playing out in real life. You're going to have to go right back to these people, even though you don't want to stand the guts of what they did because you remember it. But in order to get things under control, we're going to have to. We're going to have to because that's the only way we're going to get some help to see what's really going on up in there. And you also get some help that we can help with children as young grassroots level to, a lot going to need to be changed. We could drop all this stuff we want, but a lot going to need to change. A lot of stuff going to need to be changed. Because there's a lot of different things that are taking place now that is out of control. It's very much out of control. Church, school, the two places where a lot of people used to think that was, if any little thing, even when there's a tornado or anything, you could go to those places are not safe no more. That means it's time for people to step up. Everybody gonna have to step up. Think outside of the box, find ways How can we do this? How can we do this? Somebody probably out there hear me talking and listen and say, maybe something could be done. Somebody probably out there gathering some knowledge too to say, hey, maybe there is a way for real. And this is how the Lord working. He gives you ideas, and by you sharing it out there, somebody probably just out there already trying to formulate it. Somebody out there collecting data already. Not just collect data at the scene, but you go into these places and get the sources that are still around to solve the puzzle, solve what really going on. Because these things acting like they're pandemics. These things acting like they're epidemics now. And then you see people, you can't read people's mind. None of us. So all these things that they're like, I'm good, and the only person good right now is the person who no longer here. Can you have none of this to deal with? But we are here, we got all that to deal with. You could be minding your business all you want, but everybody was minding their business. Going to school, you're minding your business. Going to church, you're minding your business. Going anywhere, we're minding our business until something comes. So we need to find a way to get to the bottom of it. And it's gonna take a collective effort, minds thinking, everything, going to the sources, see what everybody can get, and being honest. Gather these data and see, because it's gonna help. It's even gonna help in how parents parent children. How every walks of life is gonna help, so that we can have a reduction, not an increase, a reduction. Everybody want to be safe. Everybody want to be happy. But do we know what's the next mind gonna tell somebody? Do we know that? No, we don't. We're clueless. We are clueless. So we have to get the ball rolling. Everybody have to get the ball rolling. I don't care who you are, lawmakers, whether you're lawmaker, anything. It's gonna be a collective effort. Everybody have to step up in line to get the mind, if really get down to the nitty gritty. Not just to be at a scene trying to solve whatever. We have to get down there now, go to the source, go. The people them who have the opportunity to go interview these people, talk to these people, gotta do it. Not just put them on a bed date. You gotta do what you gotta do. Because that's the puzzle right there. That's the source right there. Together you have to build upon your data. You need those source. Those are direct source. That's gonna help to solve the puzzle. Getting rid of them ain't gonna solve no puzzle. You know what I mean? Is that many times the things you see many times look at a snake. A snake bite you, but don't they have to get the same snake medicine to inject in somebody to make you immune from that kind of thing what they call it this the bite or whatever. And if you don't get that injection, they take the same things on the snake to inject you, right? The same thing that bite you, they take the same thing from them to help make medicine so you can inject back in you. So if they can do that, we know we can do something to help humanity. I believe so. But we're not going to keep wondering. I'm going to go pray before I go to my bed. Yes, I got to go pray. Because my mind is thinking. Because I'm like, we in this world, we're going to think. We're going to think. We're going to think. You know what I mean? So people, please pray and pray, pray, pray. Keep thinking. Keep seeing what we can do out here. Prayer work. You know what I mean? Everything going to work. Everything that is good that we're thinking is going to work to help us, so we can see a better society, we can see better future, we can see peace, everything that we so crave. We can see better of it. But it's gonna be collective effort now. It's not just depending on this lawmaker, that lawmaker, this, that, or anybody turn on siren. It's gonna depend on all of us. Collective effort right now. because the mind don't tell nobody nothing out there. It tell the person who are gonna do the thing something, and we don't know who. But if we gather together with all the minds, the different minds that we got, the different thought process, and don't be afraid to who can get to the source, get to the source, so we can get the things that we need to get up and running to help. And pretty soon we will see reduction. Pretty soon we can live again. Pretty soon we can happy again. But we can't reject the mind no more. We can't just call people crazy. We can't just call people, just throw them off to mental health. We want to know what's really going on, what's trigger, what was going on. Something was going on. People don't just go to mental health like that. Okay? Even as parents, we know that. Sometimes some of us, after we had kids, we had preeclampsia, we had this, we had that. Because we were either stressed out or whatever. And then you hear we had this, we had that. All right? So something lead up to something. And if we can't find cure for anything else in the world, I'm pretty sure one day we will find cure for people's mind. We'll find cure for it one of these days. We'll be surprised, but one of these days, cure will be out here. But it gonna take collective effort if you work, work, work. And parents, tap into your children, tap into your children. Sometimes they get on our last breath. And sometimes you see they frustrated. Now have them lock up in another room by themselves. Find ways to talk to them. Get somebody to intervene. Talk to them from early. Because what we let go early helps shape to what to come in the future. So we have to gather them back, gather them together. You understand? It's a tough task we have at hand, but we can do it. Prayer work, teamwork, make the dream work. Everything go make the dream work. You know what I mean? But we have to step up. We have to. All of us. Because then we're going to be on the next clock wondering. You know what I mean? Damien say, hello, Queen, how you doing? But anyway, family, we're not going to stay any longer. I'm going to go pray before I go to my bed. Yeah, I have to pray. And I like to pray before I go to my bed. And then when your mind's so wandering away, you know what I mean? Because you're trying to figure out how can I help? So I'm gonna go pray, and all of who was here listening to you whisper prayer to God too, so that He can cleanse us, He can give us that renewed spirit that we're looking for, that renewed life, that brand new weed, brand new life, brand new future, everything. We gotta pray. So until then, people, walk good, have a blessed night, and until then, we say peace out. Yes, Damien, you say take care. Thank you so much, and do the same, everybody. Until then, I'm going off to pray. Walk good, everybody. Bye. You have to pray.